Hello. I'm going to talk about how rain forms in one instance, and this is the time when you get heavy downpours of rain after you see a huge bunch of dark clouds form in the sky. There are two sister articles here. The first is How do clouds form in 5 steps, and the second is Why are clouds really white? And this is important because you have to appreciate that clouds that are very high up in the troposphere are very white because they're primarily made of an icy netting of frozen water vapor crystals. And this icy netting holds air pockets. Air does not absorb light and it reflects it, so those cirrostratus clouds very high up in the troposphere look pure white. However, if you go to the mid-troposphere, you see the altostratus clouds. Those still have a frozen netting of water vapor crystals, but the water vapor crystals now hold both air as well as supercooled water droplets. This combination of air and water makes the clouds look less white because water absorbs light, and the cloud will look slightly less white than its sister cloud higher up in the troposphere. As you get a warm front with warm, humid water vapor molecules going up into the troposphere, the altostratus cloud gets stuffed with water vapor molecules, and those condense together into water droplets. This makes the cloud heavier and heavier as it accumulates water droplets, and it starts becoming lower in the troposphere. And it forms the nimbostratus clouds, which are darker and heavier. Again, we said that water does not reflect light but absorbs it. And so the light going to the cloud is absorbed and the cloud looks dark. The darker the cloud, particularly the undersurfaces of the cloud, the more water droplets it has and the less air it has because the air has been pushed out because of the accumulation of the water droplets. Imagine this very heavy cloud coming down in the sky, in the troposphere. It reaches a shelf of air. The shelf of air, the air mass, prevents any further lowering of the cloud, which means this cloud, which is accepting warm water vapor molecules and continually forming water droplets and becoming heavier and heavier, keeps on trying to push down into the air mass, but the air mass keeps on pushing up. So this cloud, which is several kilometers in altitude, is squeezed between the air mass and the topmost parts of the cloud. The water droplets in the bottom part of this very dark cloud get squeezed together, forming larger droplets, and they come down as rain. It's not only the fact that you're forming larger water droplets that you're getting rain, it's also because the pressure effect is breaking the bonds that hold the icy netting together. Those bonds are frozen hydrogen bonds, which hold water crystals, frozen water crystals together. Both the warm water vapor as well as the pressure effect of the heavy cloud pushing into the air mass, both those factors dissolve the hydrogen bonds which hold the water droplets in that icy netting. The darker, the heavier the cloud, the more it comes down, and then the dissolution of the hydrogen bonds allow those heavy rain droplets to fall down as rain.